Hey Rose, how are you? Hello everyone. I'm doing fine, thank you. This is a late night stream. Beth has gone to bed. I've come up here to do a stream for the patch notes. I was working a mission with NASA for like 16 hours a day, but I'm back and alive. God, you sound important. Your parents must be proud. It's another late night controversial politics about blowing up women in schools stream. Yeah, the last stream went a bit weird, didn't it? Last late night stream. I was playing comp and I kept chatting shit. How are you? I'm very good, thank you. Yeah, I'm doing fine. It's been a couple months of more or less the same, to be honest. Got a nice conversation going with Spilo that you probably didn't see. That's not up on my YouTube yet. It'll be up in. I'll probably get it up in like 2 weeks' time at this point. Fucking hell. I need to make an announcement of a week off that I'm having next week. I will not be here on Saturday. I will probably be here on Sunday. I will not be here on Friday. I might not be here Wednesday. Yeah, I might not be here much, to be honest. I might actually have a full week off. I'll update you when I know where I'm going to be here. It's a friend's birthday. We're going away for a bit. Rose gets back and Realth goes on vacation. For the record, I quite enjoyed the last late night politics stream. It was very nice. Yeah, it was nice to talk genuinely. Hey Sam Jam, how are you? Is late night Realth simply unhinged or some shit? Last late night we played comp and we basically had an open season for politics talk, and I basically I talked about quite a lot of different topics. For instance, we talked about Israel. That normally goes well, doesn't it, guys? Yeah, so I actually did quite a lot of politics talk. Done with uni, got back to Overwatch, asked an old coach friend to help me. Didn't reach out to me, that's sad. How's Peggy doing? Oh, she was so cute. Israel's generally an unwise topic. No, I think we did pretty well. I think I managed to sit a fence that anyone would be happy with there, which naturally would piss off some people. I don't think I lost too many viewers. Ralphie Poo wants to help me as well. Depends if you want to improve. The blowing up women in schools, the best part of the stream. Yes, I did claim my my love for the hatred of women's education. Yeah. Okay. So it appears that you guys need mental health support because people, I know what happens when patch notes get released, right? You all lose your collective shit and I have to piece it back together brick by brick. It is a late night stream, so I won't be yelling into the microphone, but I will be chilling out with you guys. What are the general opinions? Somebody said Freya changes are weird. What is the general consensus? Don't give me spoilers on exactly what's happened, but what's the general consensus? There are 2 tanks with 2 guns, and D.Va not really. Lovely. Lost my shit because I hate the Sigma change. Made me so sad. Patch seems to completely lack direction. No life with a buff, sad. I'm waiting for you to tell me what to think. My man. Random changes for the most part, okay. So let's skip the blurb. Better Together challenges. Who cares? Junkrat loot hunt. Who cares? New tag improvements. We made several enhancements to the new tag for newly acquired cosmetic items. Who cares? Drives. They return. New challenge curve. Rack up wins. Checkpoint your progress and master your climb. Squad wins earn bonus drives. Okay, I don't care. Drive progress can now be earned in comp and stadium. Still don't care. Okay, let's do hero updates. I don't think anything else is actually relevant to me. Stadium stuff continues to be something that I just am uninterested in general. The Freya change is the one you want to look forward to. Is it bad? Are the bans going to continue until morale improves? Is it that bad? They got to be nerfs, right? They got to do something. What have they done? Buffed? No, they haven't buffed it. No. What did they do? What did they do? No. The meta has been in a steady state for most of season 17, so we're using the mid-season patch to look at, take a look at the less desirable perks. Words are hard, man. Make adjustments based on hero ban trends and tweak a few heroes in reaction to the season 17 changes and the more powerful damage roll passive, where you could have just not done it. With season 18 including many perk changes, we wanted to bring up a handful of our least picked / less powerful perks so they are competitive options that cut through your standard gameplay loop. Sorry, my brain errored there. As players have gotten fairly settled in their perk choices on particular heroes, some of these changes are beyond where we would have started for perk balance in Season 15. Over time, we've learned what's necessary for perks to stand out as an interesting choice and make a marked change in how you approach engagements. Below you'll find some adjustments that are related to hero ban trends or the current meta. Orisa has seen her matchup spread shift since the introduction of hero bans, particularly when it comes to facing beam-based weapons. Being able to dodge heroes like Zarya has brought up her popularity and performance. One could argue whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. So we're pulling back a bit on her survivability and cooldown cycle. Excellent. So if Zarya is not banned, Orisa is now not an option at all. We just balance around the bans, and if the bans don't come in, this character is now not an option. It's this great thing. Like when Zarya is in the game, Orisa gets deleted because we're going to pull back the survivability for not balancing around it anymore. Another saying the quiet part out loud, in my opinion, right? Don't you think? Like that's pretty. What are we doing? For Freya and Tracer, we're pulling back slightly on their damage capabilities and attempting to find a good middle ground for their current standing in the damage roster. Zen also sees his Harmony Orb healing increased, as it has been lacking in an environment with a more powerful damage roll passive. Ooh, that's a good one. I'm happy about that, and that's what I was asking for. The maths works out that in order to be able to heal somebody for 100 health the same speed as they did before, comparatively to Anna, the same comparative speed to heal somebody up for 100 health, that is, Zen would need 42 healing per second. So 42 is what I'm looking for. That's not the damage roll passive, that's a damage roll passive plus the higher health pool, so that's 100 health. That's my maths. Among a stream where everyone makes a balanced patch and you need to figure out who the imposter is, 4.5 million views. What? Get the streamers on, and in order to plead their innocence, they have to save their balanced patch. Tell me one nerf to Orisa now. Content. Okay, sure, let's go. Tank Diva. Number of rockets reduced from 8 to 7. This is the heavy rockets major perk. Impact damage reduced from 7 to 5. Explosion damage radius increased from 14 to 22. That's quite a lot. Explosion radius increased from 2.75 to 3 meters. So whenever the radius of anything increases, you need to pay attention to squaring it. So that's going to be a bigger change than you actually think in terms of the actual area. So 8/7 times that is 21/27. 88. That's the wrong way around, isn't it? Boo, 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 boo. Quick math stream. Which way around is it? Is it a damage increase or decrease? Tell me! Tell me! We'll have to do it separately because I'm dumb. 7 times 27. 189. Remember 189. 8 times 21. 168. Oh, this is a 12.5% damage increase. Yeah. It's a 12.5% damage increase. I knew it would be an increase. I just wanted the number. Sorry, it's late night. I'm actually quite tired. So, exploding radius increase. That's a pretty big buff, isn't it? Projectile gravity increase. We'll have to check that. Let's check the projectile gravity while we go. What is the area assuming pi equals 4? Why does pi equal 4? Why isn't it 3? Oh, what? Aren't they going to have... Oh, there you go. I was like, they're not falling off at all. So they're hit scan, let's be honest. Yeah, they're just hit scan. I'm gonna be honest. It doesn't really matter at all. It's just more damage on them. Sure, like they're not as spammable long range, but realistically, if you just aim at the head, right? If I aim at the head in this range, I'm still gonna be hitting them with it. So like, sure. I mean, I thought it'd be a lot worse so that you couldn't use it long range, but that's. I mean, yeah, it still did full damage there. Okay. I had a social studies exam back in high school where they told me that pi was 4 for the problem, and I'll never forget. It's close enough, right? The radius change, you can consider the impact as a point, and the radius only effectively changes the length of the line connecting the point to the closest point of the hitbox. Ooh. I actually quite like the AoE for 6v6. What do you guys think? Like, I'd rather it did the same damage, right? Or less damage. But as an adaptation, for D.Va to be able to... Oh, fucking hell, that was a lot. Oh. Okay. Let's just kill these. What if I aim... Yeah, so 3 meters around here. Matrix perk better still? Yeah, of course it is, but... Ooh, that's a lot of damage. I mean, that's to the edge of their hitbox, though. Pick it if you're already winning, want to win harder? Yeah, it doesn't really give you much of a choice, does it? The Matrix perk is just one of those that is just so good that there's really no quibbling. It just kind of is what it is. Yeah. 25% is a lot. It's a lot, man. You can get so much. And the shields are nice. And the survivability is really needed on D.Va with the DPS passive, I'm going to be honest. So, like, it's hard to justify heavy rockets. So it hasn't been used, so people are picking it. But it's only not being used because people would rather blow people up more often than this is already enough to blow someone up. I mean, I can do enough damage to kill 2 people during the micros rush. So it's like, how much is normal micros in terms of damage at the moment? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 125. So that's a 50 damage buff to micros for heavy rockets. That's massive, isn't it? I mean, it's only a 20 damage buff, but pretty big. Man, does it even need more sharp damage? That's so bad. I don't want more sharp damage, right? The intent of it appears to be to have it more as a the explosion damage increase and the explosion radius increase. Clearly, the intent of this is to make it more of a main tanky type ability. What do you guys think about that? Like, they want the shields to be the off tank, and they want the micros to be the main tank style. And I'm glad that Blizzard are finally there to what makes a main tank is AoE damage like that. Like, this is what I suggested for our Pugs if we're ever going to make D.Va a main tank. The rocket's home onto enemy? What are you on about? What are you on about? Okay. Cool. Okay, so D.Va is D.Va. Cool. Orisa armor health reduced to 300. Oh, that's not as bad. Yeah, I thought it would be a lot worse than that. 300 is probably reasonable. Cooldown increased from 6 to 7 seconds on the Javelin. Sure. I mean, like, the only other changes... The thing is, they don't really know what to do with Orisa and Mauga and Roadhog, so any changes they make tend to be micro changes, because they're not seeing picks. And then because there's no real, like, play style or strategy changes they want to do. So every single time they just make micro buffs or micro changes, and they all add up, and then the character starts being played. Currently in the Brawl cycle, we're on Ram and Hazard, right? It's pretty much a Ram Hazard meta in 5v5, isn't it? If I'm not out of the loop. And this just kind of like removes Orisa as a counter swap to them. Well, it doesn't remove it, it just makes it a lot worse, obviously. Endless Orisa cycle? It is an endless Orisa cycle, yeah. Okay. Overcharge gains from increase from 50 to 100% for the charge perk. Sure. What did Biff think of the patch? He probably thinks, shut up, Ralph. You're upstairs talking when I'm trying to sleep. Anything that gets Orisa out of my games are positive? Yeah, but it's so bleedingly obvious, Greed, that they don't know what they're doing with that. Like, they don't have anything to do with her, I think is the thing. So yeah, the Reinhardt, I didn't really have an opinion on this. I think Reinhardt this is the win more perk, definitely. Because if you get that charge, you're 100% happy. It's definitely a fishing perk. I don't like the play style of Reinhardt fishing with charges. I'd rather be actually able to gain space, but DPS passive exists. So Reinhardt's one of the most affected by that because he actually has to get to the space and he needs more resources. By default, he is the most greedy tank, always has been, because he needs stuff in order to be able to swing, and he can be quite win-more-ish, which is why Reinhardt was a lot healthier before the DPS passive, when his health could swing very low very fast, and he had a lower total health pool, so he could get insta-kill quite fast, but then again, he could go infinite a little bit more easily. Now he can't go infinite at all, because he's taking 15% less healing, so realistically, he basically can't ever swing. So he's a lot more feast or famine, in the way that he either has enough health to run over the enemy team and assassinate people and like do these charge gambits, or he does nothing really quickly. Increase the amount of solo play / dive Ryan style because of charge cancel. There's even more of a reason to full send angles instead of frontlining. Yeah, 100%. And I just think Ryan's kind of like rocking a hard place right now. I don't think there is a healthy Reinhardt with DPS passive. I don't think that really exists, because we've basically thrown out the idea of balancing healing with the DPS passive at the same time. I think the DPS passive would probably be balanced at around maybe like 10 and then like 15 on DPS, 10 on tanks in terms of the percent healing reduction. That would be where healing needs to be in order for it to be balanced in general. But at 15 and 30, it's just way out of whack. And Reinhardt feels the most from it. It's not that I didn't think sustain healing needed to be hit. It was the like 2 or 3 sustain healers needed to be hit. Like Anna needed to be hit. Like Juno needed to be hit. Kiri needed to be hit. And if you just get the AJK triangle, maybe Baptiste, you would have been fine. But instead of doing that, what we did is we nerfed everyone, and then we slowly rebuff Mercy, and we rebuff Zen, and we rebuff Brig. All of the healers that actually weren't oppressive in their ability to sustain, but just, yeah. So we're slowly getting back into a place where we are more healthy, but still healing is more useless than I would like it to be. It's a stupid mechanism that brings nothing to the game. Yeah, the thing I was thinking earlier is that when we went into Overwatch 2, right, supports, they had no damage. They had a lot of healing. They had a lot of utility. And they went into 5v5 and they felt really oppressed by 5v5, right? So they went into 5v5 and it was awful because there were people coming at them everywhere. So Blizzard were like, okay, cool. We'll bring up your DPS capabilities to the point where you can compete and do angles and stuff like that, because you need to do the angles yourself now. So all the sporty support quit because the angular supports were here. And now they're saying, well, you can't have everything, otherwise DPS can't do anything. So we'll just like cut off the heal portion, right? And now instead we have a DPS category that DPSs, a support category that DPSs, and a tank category that DPSs. And I'm like, where's my video game, man? Where's my video game? Sigma barrier reduced from 2 to 1 second. No compensatory nerfs. Double shield is back, boys. And it feels just as bad as it always did. Oh. Yeah, that's a little bit too much control. Don't get me wrong, like, we experiment with it, but we don't do it seriously, right? We actually experimented with this last week, just to throw it in, see what happens kind of thing for our pugs. And we found 1 second to feel awkwardly oppressive. And not really necessary. Like, going from 1.5 to 1 second isn't that much more enjoyment for the Sigma, but it's a lot more bad for other people. I said early on in Overwatch 2 that the devs were scared of making Sigma good, because the moment Sigma becomes good, people kind of realize how oppressive poke is in a one-tank environment. Maybe we're going to realize that nowadays. Massive Impact is absolute horseshit that should have not been in the game in the first place, and it was actually removed from the game originally. Do you know why it was removed from the game, everyone? Take one guess as to why it was removed from the game. Because it shouldn't have been there in the first place. So they just put a perk there because they already have the code for it. RNG bullshit. Yes, I love being stunned for 3 seconds because a Sigma happened to chuck a rock in my vague direction, right? We're like, why is this in the game? Come on, guys, love, what are we doing? That would be so much more healthy on 1 second. 1.5 seconds, sorry. That sucks. Yikes. Winston, bonus damage to buildable objects increased to 100%. They're going to continue micro-buffing Short Circuit until Winston is a barrier destroyer more than he is an enemy destroyer. Sure, like, it's fine. It's fine. Rapid fire primary fire damage penalty reduced from 15 to 10. Ash. What's the rest of it? 30% increase attack speed and 10% less damage. It's not bad, is it? I feel like 15 was a little bit high. 10. It's quite a big buff to that. Gonna have to pay attention to it. The side grade is Sidewinder that's also being nerfed at the same time. Yeah, I think like rapid fire is gonna be default now. Sidewinder being nerfed is a good thing in my opinion. I think the knockback on Coach Gun never really was a problem. Like, it was cool for movement, but like 20% was a bit too much. It's the same with Lucio Boop perk, right? Like, why are we increasing the number that we've reduced before just for funsy? Greedheads say winning with coach nerfs. I mean, the thing is, Coach Gun kind of gets you to go. If you're hit by Coach Gun, you're going away anyway, right? Like, you are going away anyway. So, like, I don't consider it a big nerf. It's definitely a big nerf to the bad feeling of getting hit by Coach Gun. Like, Coach Gun sucks as an ability in general, because it's just like you get your high ground and then you have to wait for Coach Gun to come back. Then you're really rooted in the high ground, exactly the same as Outburst once it comes back. So yeah, penalty reduced to 10%. Sure, I don't consider that and either of these to be end of the world. They're probably positive on the way of Sidewinder. This is probably neutral. This is a good balance by the looks of it. Though I am a bit worried about the amount of damage you can crap out with it. Bastion ult cost reduced by 7%. I don't care. So they changed Bastion's. Custer was like, I've done my thing. I spent a year on the balance team, and the first buff from me came through. I've decreased Bastion's size, and he's not seeing play. Fuck. Reduce his ult charge. Maybe. The trouble with artillery is it's a terrible ultimate, and it never should have been replaced in the first place because the other ult was strictly better. Artillery's just yeah, it's not good. Secretly Giga broken? Yeah, no, I think he's one that lags behind. Don't get me wrong. I do think he's okay in this situation right now, but I think they're responding to the fact that he hasn't got a great pick rate. Hard carrying the patch like he's always carried his Overwatch League teams. Okay, so we get to Freya finally. Primary fire damage reduced from 30 to 25. Max armor increased from 12 to 15. So no changes to Freya. No changes to Freya then, guys. For fuck's sake. We stay spamming. Why? Why would you do this? Okay, why does Freya need to be able to two-tap my fucking knees and murder me? Why does that need to happen, guys? Come on. Come on, please. Please, Logic. You can do it. I believe in you. If you two-tap my knees, at least hit me once with a primary fire and to kill me. Don't just two-tap me in the toe beans and murder me instantly. Why? Why would you reduce the damage? I would actually be more positive about this if they just increased the damage or increased the ammo and just left it. I think this is actively bad, right? Reduce the bloom, increase the M1 projectile speed, and reduce the bolt damage, so 2 bolts, a couple of left click kills. I think 1 left click's fine, honestly. I think literally 1 left click is absolutely fine. One headshot, 1 body shot should kill, no doubt. Absolutely fine with that. And then by reducing the damage at the same time, you reduce how effective it is against tanks. I do have the concern that doing that would make it so that you're much more likely to use it on tanks. Realistically, what you do to people if you had to have 1 headshot, 1 body, you start fishing for headshots, wouldn't you? And then you commit on confirmed to the body shot, wouldn't you? So you'd wait for the tap on the head, and then you like, I can't control it, but terrible. Let's swap hero.
I am always ready to learn.
Hanzo, base projectile size increased from 0.1 to 0.25 meters. Okay.
Honor is all I have left.
quite tight hitbox on those, at least.
Bullseye.
I'm not doing a funny gotcha thing. I'm just saying, I'm just testing it. See, the thing is, hitbox sizes for Hanzo are one of these where it's like, it's gonna make it unfunny. It's gonna make it unfun to play against in kind of like the worst version. The smaller projectile in the game, and now it might be comparable to some others. See, the thing is, yeah, the thing with projectile sizes is you have to add the hitbox size around the character to the projectile size. So a radius of 1 is their size plus 1, and changing it to 1.25 actually increases the effective area of that circle by quite a bit over 1. Don't get me wrong, it's not 25% extra, but it is meaningful, and it's a hard one. Because I know Hanzo's been struggling massively, but I think he's been struggling more so because they fucking demolished his entire player base in Season 9. And nobody plays Hanzo because of it. Like, right? They keep introducing characters that are strictly better than him in Freya and Sojourn. And then they pay him no love whatsoever. And then they remove the only reason people play him. So all the Hanzo players quit. And Hanzo's the character that actually needs a modicum of skill in order to be able to use. At least they're not changing his projectile speed. I mean, that's nice. Like, changing his drop-off every 5 minutes is a real bad thing. So this is probably the way to do it if you're going to do it. But you're solving a problem that was introduced by you, quite frankly. Ult cost reduced by 8%. Damage per second increased to 400. Why? Oh, because you made it worse in the other patch, so you needed to make it better again. Is that it? So Trance officially dead in a ditch. Is that what we're saying? Grav Dragon, guaranteed team fight every single time. That'll cut through beat at 400, right? Hanzo players moved to rivals? No, genuinely, they did. Why are you live? Patch notes. I gotta do my late night support group. How are you live? It's only 20 past 1. 400? Does that cut through beat? How much is beat? 750? 750? So it now cuts through beat in 2 seconds. So you can't even beat a Grav Dragon. Transcendence also got buffed accordingly to 400. What's 400? Wait, you got buffed to 4, but there's a DPS passive. I meant to click times instead divide. So Dragon's going to be dealing 120 DPS to everyone in trance. Is that what you're telling me? I know, because I had to rehab beat manually. 120 DPS, why? So you literally killed the ult by completely removing all the zoning potential, right? Completely removing all the zoning potential. And now you're buffing the DPS? I think Trance probably needed a bit of... I think Trance is probably one of the layovers of the abilities that didn't receive a buff from Season 9. It's one of the lags. The lag behind ones. Before, 300 HPS was an infinite amount of HPS. Now it's not, so I guess it's fine for Trance to be buffed. I don't understand why this happens, though. Just so you can assassinate people with Dragon Bear? There's no even react time anymore. Didn't we like the kind of Overwatch better when it was a zoning ult? Didn't we like the kind of Overwatch that could have zoning ults in it more? Why can't we have a zoning ult anymore? Technically, you'll only take 200 damage since it's per dragon. So if you're at the edge, you'll survive. Yeah, isn't it kind of like a central hitbox and a bigger hitbox? It's not much better, is it? Get ready for Weaver meta. I'm a good Hanzo as well. It'd be nice to be able to play Hanzo again. But I'd much rather zoning ults matter. 6v6 Grab Dragon's gonna be oppressive as hell. Wait, there's more buffs. Dragon Fury. 2 seconds? That's a layover after hitting a shot to increase your bow speed, isn't it? I've got to swap off. Xenol now feels 400. Yeah, so 25% for 2 seconds. Wall climb accelerates your lunge cooldown by 300%, and that's been improved from 250. Okay. It's really good. Being able to get that's increased it to 2 shots after every the increase of 2 shots is massive. Yo, Grav Dragon is back. And then call the patch goated in the thumbnail. You know what, I actually try and be positive about patches, like and I think this is a cool perk, right? It's just one of those that, like, I don't know, like, it's a cool perk. I like the perk. Kind of sad that you don't get a, if you got a wall climb reset, that would be quite cool. You could just, like, wall climb gate something, lunge, wall climb gate something, lunge. The reason why Grav Dragon was interesting was because the Grav zoned people into an area that a zoning ult could kill through. That's the reason why Grav Dragon was interesting, right? The Grav pulls them in, the zoning ult goes in. If you're just going to throw an ult that can kill anyway into a Grav, anything can get thrown into it at that point. It was a use for this that quadrupled the value you can get. It's just so much, it's so homogenized, man. The more you buff Trank Healing and Dragon to compensate for the Zen buff, the higher Dragon sales as a percentage of the DPS passive will affect larger numbers more. So buffing Dragon and Trance actually hurts them more. Yeah. Only against, well, no, not only against Dragon, but yeah. I feel like Zen did need a bit of love in that. Just seems like a, I don't know, man. It's fine. The Dragon stuff is just so sad to me. Because we used to have something better, and they just removed it for really no reason. Junk. Minor perk now prevents trapped enemies from being healed instead of revealing them through walls. Wasn't everyone happy about the reveal through walls? Call me a dumbass, but like, wasn't that something people thought was generically positive? Like, weren't we all happy about this? Wasn't this a good thing? Now antis people? But that's just, it's just tank hate, right? So this is just put it down on a corner and hope the enemy ram walks into it and then they die instantly if they do. So instead of a funny like angle control, nobody cared about the wall hack. It did practically air. That's true, but I think it was a positive improvement to the ability. And I think people also agreed that the ability probably didn't need to be front and center in the kit as well. Most just pick the tire perk? Yeah, because the tire perks are ridiculously strong compared to it. Throw it at the tank that presses W. It's going to wreck brawl dive tanks and do nothing to poke. Stay poking. Ah, man. Where is it? Where's the perks choices? Yeah, I think yeah, everyone's always gonna take that. Wait, it was in the perk, the reveal? I thought it was a base kit. I always forget that all cool things about a kit now need to go into a perk instead of being just put on the kit. We put it in base kit? Yeah, we put it in base kit. Okay, let's just...
Don't tell anyone.
How hard is that to destroy before it deploys if it just arrives at your feet? That was my first attempt, by the way, just like throwing it in his general direction. I hit him.
You're in a pickle.
Yeah, it's 2.5 seconds of no heals. Yeah, you can't kill it in midair. You can only kill it while it's setting up. And I feel like that's like no time, right? It can't be Suzu. Yeah, you can't Suzu trap stuff. You never could Suzu active effects. I'm pretty sure that it's actually quite hard to code. Can't break it till it deploys. But like, sure you can break it. Yeah, but there's like a second before it's active, right? Recovery time. Yeah, so you 0.75 seconds. Can't be blocked by shields? No, you can block it with the shield though. It bounces off the shield, so I mean, like, yeah, you can't block because like if you throw it at their feet, it's gonna go anyway. Like, it's not like you're applying it to them; you're applying it to the floor in front of them, and you better deal 100 damage in 0.75 seconds skill issue. Yeah. Orisa can ignore it with Fortify? That's not true, is it? She still gets trapped, doesn't she? What's the Junkrat Orisa interaction? That can't be true. New junk meta? Where good junk players start Kobeing traps at the tank from 40 meters away. Kobe! No, I'm a bad junk player. She can walk out? Oh, okay. Another Orisa buff? A micro buff. Kobe! Genuinely, if that didn't have such a long cooldown, it's probably the best use for it, actually, isn't it? It's genuinely probably the best use as you come around the corner, Kobe. If they get in it, they just die immediately. You can fortify after being trapped and it breaks the trap. Okay. You can Maywall it and it breaks too. Shut up, Junkrat. God, he's so annoying. Conk arming time reduced. Arming time? Oh, it's on the perk, isn't it? Yeah, the major perk. Sorry, I'm tired. Is it possible they just had different goals? I think the goals are pretty obvious here. I think the goals are just to Strengthens 0.25 seconds after landing, increasing damage by 50, explosion by 50, health by 200.
The pleasure is mine.
How do you tell that it's
Fire again. Me.
Oh, call it Blizzard, except we stay poking brothers. I love buffing Junk Track. I love buffing Long Range Rock. I love Rhine Charge perk. I love... See, the thing is, like, Junk Trap at a certain point had its place in the video game. It was always fine, right? Like, it was always fine. It wasn't why you played the character, but it was an okay amount of angle control in kind of an annoying but non-core to the kit kind of way. Because the rest of the kit was very obviously in 2-tap. And that was cool. So it used to be 0.5 seconds, and now it's 0.25. Oh, it's just... Is that little beep, is it? Oh. That's no delay at all. That's it. That's a delay. Oh. It's pretty clear what Blizzard perks are, what their aims are. Their aims are to cater to the Season 9 5v5 mode. That's basically it. That's their aims. And aside from that, their aim is to make all the perks roughly equal in terms of pick rate, plus or minus a little bit. And they consider anything that's not being picked to be problematic or something they have to change, because clearly people aren't enjoying it. And I think they're kind of like doing that at the expense of anything else, right? I don't get me wrong. I think they do have considerations for what is reasonable, what is fun to play against. But for the most part, if the idea of the perks is bad, they're not going back and rejigging it. They're just making that idea work. It one shots Tracer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 and a bit. 113. Oh. It's alright, she survives that far away. Does it give you more airtime? Yes, it does. That is significantly more. Well, they've already defined the multiple playstyles random is the thing. Like, the playstyles they want for the perks are already here. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, you think you still pick Frag Launcher? Yeah, but surely TikTok's just a low-rank squisher, right? Fuck 'em low ranks? I guess. Couldn't even begin to guess the reasoning behind 90% of the changes they make. If you told me it was literally random, I'd believe you, so I had to guess. No, well, they said it's just, yeah, it's win rates and pick rates. Number changes based on keeping the hero fantasy intact. Yeah, pretty much. Hey, Rombot, how you doing? Any big changes, boss? No. No big changes. Hanzo buffs are big, but they're a little bit melancholy because I think Dragon was in a better state before. This is pointless and wrong direction, but it doesn't really matter. The Ash one's fine. Winston is neither here nor there. Sigma, we've tested this. This is actively bad. This is actively oppressive. This is actively boring. And this is just a bad perk that shouldn't be in the game. This is just perk creep, just to keep it being picked. This is Orissa's micro buff / micro nerf of the month. This is just 20 extra damage onto heavy rockets because it wasn't being picked enough because the shields are ridiculously good. So like you either get to choose ridiculously good shields or you get to choose to instantly fucking delete whoever you want. So yeah, the Sigma buff will be in 6v6. We only came here for the 6v6 changes. To be clear, everyone, these are all the 6v6 changes we're getting. Reaper alt cost increased by 9%. They increased the damage, so that probably makes sense. That makes sense, right? Anyone unhappy about that? That's fine, right? Pulse pistols spread increased. Do we want a closer range Tracer? So we've increased the damage, now we've increased the spread. So Tracer's effectively closer range than she was, but about as effective as she was before, right? Yeah. Yeah. They didn't want to nerf the damage to look stupid. So they nerfed range. Do we want Tracer to be closer range? But do more or less the same? I don't think Tracer... It seems like they... The idea behind this would be Tracer wasn't able to one-tap quite as effectively as we wanted her to. That would be the idea. Makes her blink management for more important because you'll have to close more distance and thus manage your escape route better. Actually like this Tracer change. Close the distance and manage your escape routes better. I don't think Tracer has the space for this in 5v5 personally to me. I think this is probably better for 6v6, but it makes Tracer shoot tank. Shoot tank or all in on an assassination, I guess. It's more healthy for 6v6 because I think 6v6 tanks can handle Tracer shooting tank more, despite the fact that it's DPS passive. But 5v5, I think this kills the Tracer and makes her like worse. Because I always say about the spreads and the projectile increases in terms of the speed and other things like that. And I always say like they're so sad because they're necessary for 5v5. But I do think they're necessary for 5v5, right? Like I do think it's necessary for DPS to be able to 1v1 DPS in a punchy way, for 5v5 to be able to exist in a good way. And if you make it so that Tracer can't hit on tanks, because they're not, the tanks have enough health so that it's not really effective, and you also make it so that Tracers can't poke, I guess. Shit, it's another season 9 DPS passive change, isn't it? It's another character that you can't poke on, that you just have to all in on instead of using your health in a slow way. It's another I blink in, I try and one clip someone, I get out, I have loads of downtime, right? It's a passivity, passive, all in thing. I don't know why the game by changing this, considering she was fine before the original damage buff. You think we have a plan? Alt cross decreased by 10%. Whatever. Sure. No cap. I love Pressure Cycle with massive downtime. I love Overwatch Golden Baby. Woo! You get season 9 every season now. Aren't you happy? Honey, it's time to eat your plus 5% DPS passive. It's been a week. No poking ever. No using your resources in a normal way. Just fucking all in. Or AFK. You can AFK if you want to. You don't have to go all in. You could AFK. But, like, if you want to go all in, you're going to have to do it all at once. Mediblaster, minimum fall-off range increased from 20 to 25 meters. I feel like 20 was a bit limiting. What do you guys think? Do you know Dead? What's the buff? Do you know Dad? Oh no, what's happening? Glide boost ability 1. Movement acceleration in air reduced when changing directions. So do you think that this wasn't intentional in the first place? Do you think they didn't mean to do this? When they made it instant air strafing, do you think it was an accident? At least now she can go to 250. Where? It was for Stadium Juno, not main game Juno. Oh, Christ. Oh, fuck. No, the sad part, Didact. She's not dead. She's not dead. She's just gonna be played further back. That's the sad part, man. She's just gonna be played in Narnia. Do you know now on Overwatch's pick rate dropped to 0%? She's still gonna see play. She's still gonna see play. You're just gonna be able to be less aggressive and less interesting on her. There's a build where she can fly forever. Yeah. One jump and you're dead. It's crazy hard to hit a Juno that knew how to move. It's not like Mercy though, when the movement is the strength. Yeah, but the other thing is, the Juno movement was actually reasonably hard. You remember the first couple of weeks of Juno releasing, where Juno was. Nobody kind of knew why she was good yet. They didn't realize that, oh, we just burst when things happen, right? The bare minimum of knowledge that somehow people weren't able to get in immediately. Like, I saw the kit and I was like, oh, you press the buttons and go. It's like, oh, we press 1, 2, 3. Oh, you just press buttons. Okay, fair enough. But people took ages to get to being able to control Juno. And I'll be honest, low ranks still probably aren't there. So basically, this has removed the only bit of Juno's skill curve that existed from low to mid ranks. And now Juno at high rank is just... There's nothing there. It's not a hero anymore. It's just slob. Nobody will play her in pro other than for ring now. Like, she's just worse in surviving than any other support. That's true. That's true. They will play her for ring, though. No, I agree. It is crazy hard to hit a Juno that knows how to move. However, like, that just didn't happen above Diamond. Like, people didn't know how to play this fucking character, like, below Diamond. They still don't. They didn't know that AD strafing was good. They didn't know it was strong. Initial movement acceleration in air reduced when changing directions. Maybe they should make it so that you can have 2 boosts of glider if you want to do this. You circle strafe? Yeah, you can do circle around there, but keep speed. Maybe we should make it so she has 2 glide boosts, right? So you can do 2 boosts. What do you think, Didac? I mean, that's just trying to put the skill expression back in her. I don't want to do anything to her, but... Stay poking, poke gang. Ultimate cost increase by 9%. They increase the healing. That's not proportionate to the increased healing, but I assume that's their logic. If you circle strafe / semicircle, then you just get old strafing speed back. No, you don't. What? You know that. You do not. It's the same. It's just the direction acceleration is limited. Here at Blizzard, we make everything feel worse every patch instead of addressing core fundamental issues the character's kit. Anyway, hope you enjoy our upcoming change. Ram has a 3-second animation on transforming into Nemesis form. The cooldown has been increased to 10 seconds. Isn't already 10 seconds in Safety 6? Healing increased from 30 to 35 health per second. I think that's good. They should have hit like 40. 40 was healthy. 42 really. I think it was 42.5 to heal 100 health at the same rate, comparatively to how Anna healed it prior to DPS passive, like 42 and a half. So this isn't good enough, but it is good. Maybe they heard me, who knows? All changes to compensate DPS passive buff? Yeah, basically. I mean, he's already been nerfed by 30%. Just like take off 10, add 5. Yeah, so looking back through these. A bad perk. A bad ability. Diva has way too much lethality, and that lethality translates directly to 6v6 in an oppressive way. In 5v5, that might be necessary in order to keep her lethal enough in order to be able to kill stuff. In 6v6, this is just horribly oppressive if it gets to see play. This one, and I get it, I get to play both sides of the aisle here. I get to do that. Haha, it's bad because 5v5, and the haha is bad because 6v6, but I genuinely do feel like there is an easy way to pull both of these at the same time. This is just, honey, your nerfs are inbound. This is, I don't really care. I don't really like it as a perk. But then again, as I say, Reinhardt's just been completely left behind by DPS passive because you can't use resources to do things anymore. The only resources you have are the health bar, and if they increase his health bar anymore, he's just going to clobber low ranks. There's nothing they can do. They're between a rock and a hard place. All they can do is just increase his speed and the reward he gets from going fast over and over and over again until he's the same generalist slop as Ram and Jug Queen and other things like that, and Hazard, right? He's still not going to pick the perk, as if he hits shift he goes boom. Deployment cooldown reduced from 2 to 1 second. This is actively bad. This is a bad perk. This is fine, don't care. This is fine, a little bit worried about that, but that's fine. That's okay-ish, because the ult's terrible. And I think it still costs quite a lot, if I'm not mistaken. Why is the 6 shield change bad? Because shield dancing on Sigma is incredibly oppressive to the majority of ranks. It's really good for the Sigma. We tried it out in our Pugs last week, actually, Ron, and it turned out just completely unnecessary for the character to enjoy it. And so oppressive to other people. Yeah, it's no counterplay whatsoever. It's just, yeah, instant. It's always been instant. But the only bad thing we have was just, yeah, survived everything. Yeah, it massively increased your self-sustain because you can just place your shield. They rush you. You can recall it and replace it like 1 second. This is a question mark. Actively bad. This is fine. Not good, but fine. Hanzo needs to find a place. They've killed all the Hanzo mains, and they all moved to Marvel Rivals, so I guess they need to throw him a bone. This is another big buff. Like, these two together, big buffs here. This is a still unpickable perk. Ultimate cost reduced by 8%, and then damage per second increase. Big buffs. Do they not see the issues with Freya, or are they just rage baiting us? They seem to think that the double shot, being able to two-shot people's toes, is core to the hero design. I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else here. They just consider changing that breakpoint to be impossible. Realistically, increasing the primary... yeah, it's literally Sojourn. Literally Sojourn. 1-to-1, isn't it? We will not increase primary fire projectile speed. We will not increase primary fire projectile speed. 3 years go by. Oh, yeah, I guess we'll increase it. I mean, Matt, that rail's a bit oppressive, guys. Because Freya good to watch? I don't think Freya's good to watch, honestly. They saw 90% ban rate, then proceed to change the only part of a kit that was already bad. Yeah, I mean, this is the part of the kit that they should be leaning on in order to make it more reasonable, but they're just leaning further into it. 100% ban rate ink. This is... If this is good, this is impressive. They might have to increase the arm time on that. It's not going to be a trap anymore. It's going to be fucking explosive. So this TikTok is hate on low ranks. Which is fine, but like, it doesn't hate that much, but it does hate on them. Ult cost increased by Reaper. Whatever. Spread angle. Actively bad with the other two. I don't think that works at all in 5v5. I think it's reasonably healthy for 6v6, so I think you can handle a lot more tank hate in 6v6. I don't care. Question mark. Big question marks here. Juno now plays in Narnia. Ult cost increased. Sure. Healing, good. Trans healing, probably good, because that was one of the things left over. God, it took me an hour to do this. Man, I'm so slow when I'm tired. Making both perks viable is a good goal. I question their ability to be able to do it. Yeah, especially when you see things like the Hanzo major perks, right? Like, these two are not even slightly comparable, right? Not even close. Look at my patch. I've already looked over it. It's how I knew there was a patch out. I saw your patch. Doom Veg to Sombra? Yeah, no problem. Boo. Damage per pellet increased. I know this was asked for by Kovskin, if I wasn't right. This is a reversion. This is a reversion. This is a reversion. Marked enemies. Duration reduced to 6. Yep, beautiful. Damage to marked enemies reduced from 2 times to 1.5 times. I think it's fine at 2, honestly. I don't think it's even slightly oppressive at 2. I think people are smoking crack, but I'm happy to try it at 1.5. That Winston perk feels so useless. It's okay now. It's okay because it can eat through barriers. Not good, but okay. Damage cost reduced to 1.9, sure. Direct hit bonus decreased from 40 to 30. Splash damage reduced to 60, 30. 30, 60, so it's dealing a 90. What's happening here, Didac? He was always 120. $120 to 90? Yeah, I was questioning why. I'd done the maths. Damage increased. Sure, we can handle more Tracer in our Pugs. I think she is very abusable for high ranked players. People wanted Soldier nerfed? I don't know. Nah, people are smoking crack. Cooldown increase. Yeah, there was a glitch with the pylon we noticed the other week, where it had like an 18-second cooldown sometimes. I don't want to fuck around with making the code longer. They're definitely not at this point for a minor gain. But I think Iliari is a lot healthier on a maybe like a 5-11 cooldown with a pylon that heals less. I think it heals a little bit too much at the moment. What is it, 30 health per second? I think it could drop to like 28. Because the cooldown starts when it's thrown? Yeah, I think it can, technically it's a 10-second cooldown. I think it would probably go a little bit higher. A little bit lower, sorry. I don't think the pylon does enough that it's like punishing it is a major thing. If you knock out in a fight, it's not coming to the end of the fight anyway, right? Glide boost cooldown decreased. Yeah, Didac, we need to talk about movement. Because we did the whole movement patch, and I know this would be hilariously awkward because it's just numbers to do cooldowns, but we basically increased the cooldowns by quite a lot of them, and they feel quite passive now. You lied. Oh no. What's happening? I decreased the speed everywhere I could? Maybe I just noted speed ring. I remember you decreasing like a couple of percentages. Everywhere I couldn't, I increased the cooldown. Ah, okay. I'm sorry for slandering you. I love you very much. Father, Didact's putting Realth on the naughty step right now. I do not need an angry German father. Speed ring can't be tracked, so cooldown. It's such an awkward one, isn't it? Because speed ring's kind of like one of the most creepy things in the game. Okay. By the way, I feel like the pace of the game's fine at the moment. 30 HPS, yep. Transcendence, yep. Isn't it 50? That's crazy high. Yeah, that's all good. Is 50, yeah, that's crazy high. Maybe like 35 would be the sweet spot. I think 30 might feel a little slow for most people. 35 is where I say you start feeling a big movement speed increase. Flashpoint has always sparked a range of passionate opinions, and with the new map Atlas, we felt we applied a lot of learning from Saravasa and NJC. So, well, you didn't because it's terrible in 6v6. So it's only fitting that we go back and update these maps as well. These changes focus on 3 areas: readability, stronger themes, and flow. Navigating and understanding where you are and where you need to go should be easier. Entrances to points have been highlighted more clearly, and the layouts and cover surrounding many entrances have been reworked. Building heights have also been reduced to help keep the focus on points of interest and spawn rooms. Understanding these maps is crucial, and having a clear visual distinction between areas is key. Many things have been improved to ensure each area feels stronger, more distinct, and easier to recognize in the heat of battle. Objective points are now less contained. The chokes are, as the team puts it, less choky. Various pieces of cover, new flank routes, and updated connecting paths have been added to give players more options and a better shot of pushing into and capturing points successfully. Lucia's 60% nowadays. Boxes have been added to the wall surrounding the point. Okay, well, I guess we'll just look at the before and after. So the van's gone. They have removed the van, and they have an arch there. Oh, let's get them on screen at the same time. A little bit more design there. Cute. This has been reduced in height. Cool. Oh, I'm a sucker for like low water. I'm a sucker for low water. Ah, yeah, that's good. That's good shit. Fair enough to them. All the trees the same. This tree goes down further. Ah, yeah, I love that shit. New tree, new tree. New plants are so pretty. I fucking love plants, man. Oh, this had been removed. Nobody played around with it anyway, so I don't care either way. Pretty. Yeah, pretty. Yeah, it definitely makes it more clear, the routes here, that you can go there, there, or there. And the arch here has been removed. That's good. I think that's really good. Saravasa is broken. One side of a point is much stronger than another side, so the map is asymmetrical, meaning that you can gain a big advantage depending on the side you get. So this is the spawn room, right? The spawn room's there. Come out of there, and the greenery and trees. Oh my god, they made Saravasa actually have greenery? I really like the contrast that Overwatch is able to get, but sometimes they really pull it too hard. Yeah, because that's the pagoda, and now it's low. That's cool. This is just updates up here, I guess. Oh, they've done this bit as well. That's a lot prettier, isn't it? Highlighting entrances to the point, they say. Reworks to every point in New York City. Lighter effects there. That's cool. Sure. Yeah, this nobody ever really played around with this anyway, so I don't really care about them changing this interaction. It was kind of a restricted point to get into. I think I'm fine with that. It's definitely a lot prettier. The old bomb flats. Big blue light. They've learnt from Dark Souls. Oh, that's just the other angle. They've learnt from Dark Souls that if you put a torch near an entrance, people will go into it. It took them a while, but they got it. Junkertown's now Brawl City. You're welcome. What have they changed? These are just the transition points, right? I think the transition points changed the game right that much. The hammer mill. Oh, these are these are asymmetric. That's one side. That's the other side. They removed all high ground on points. One of those was a problem for the rework, and they introduced a new problem as well. Refinery. They have added goop to the refinery. Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. I think it's pretty. Oh, there's a rework down here. So this was a big health pack room, and then this was the way in, and now this just leads in. I don't know, I kind of like that choke. Is it me or I don't know. I was kind of attached to that choke on Refinery. It was kind of like a nice one. I know 5v5 can't handle any chokes being their map at all, but I don't. Is this any better? It's just a straight choke instead of a side choke. I thought it was quite unique that it was a side choke, because it was kind of like it was this, right? With this in the middle. Now it's just like instead of that, they just opened this up. Like, does that make it less of a choke? That was just kind of like a unique choke design that they don't really have anywhere else in Overwatch, right? Don't you think? I don't know. I feel like this point was quite non-annoying. Like that it was almost like a double checkpoint. Yeah, now it's 3 doors. It just doesn't seem necessary. I don't think this was a reason why people didn't play this map, to be honest. Ducks. That's not the ducks. Okay, they got the wrong picture here. Yeah, they just got the wrong picture. Okay. Gary at Overwatch failed his proofreading. They couldn't just get somebody that doesn't know what the patch is and just show them and be like, in turn getting fired. Oh, man. It happens to the best of us, whatever. Oh, so this is a complete rework. I actually thought this was the most interesting point on the map. I mean, don't get me wrong, this center point was kind of boring, but I thought this was quite cool. So greed is actually wrong because we're not poking. We're brawling now. They took away that far away high ground. Soldier would always be up there. I kind of like this. Brawl slop. It's like the Poke City or Brawl slop. There's no in between. So this goes through to there. So they've added this as just a walkway that leads directly into here. I feel like the annoying bit on this point was these fuckers, right? These big piles really split the map in a major way, and the height of these walls made it so the high ground wasn't really usable. I guess the high ground's not really usable now because it doesn't exist. You'll block a ram and you'll like it. Let me know when you want to see the Seraph Acid change. You got pictures? Man, they're so pretty. We have... Gentlemen, the lamppost has been removed. Fuck lampposts, am I right? A little bit more cover, that's good. That entrance is... it's nice that they changed that, actually. That was... Yeah, it's got a lot more characters, isn't it? No, it's got a lot more character. Oh, that's it? It would be nice if there were more dev notes. There are more dev notes. I just haven't been reading them, just going through them straight up. So if there's a question, maybe they answer it. The ducks. No, let's go for this. The main entrance doors have been scaled up for cleaner sightlines. The props on their positions outside the main entrance have been changed. On the point, the small cylinder props have now extended cover along the sides. Oh, they took the dev notes out of character changes? Yeah. Let's go see. Ooh, ducks there. Ooh, completely recolored. Kind of like how getting control of this allows you to get control of the middle as well. Because it's hard to go from here this way. You have to go around and get control of this area. Is there a little hole here? Can I fall down here? Where my Junkrat mines go. Doesn't really matter. The ducks. Oh god, what happened to the ducks? What happened? Blizzard? What happened? I actually really like this point. Oh no. I like this point. This was a cool point. They lost some walls. I liked it. So the wall here got completely removed. And some high ground. -1 high ground. Oh, thank God Mates is still there. I'd have seen him Mates at some point. I can't remember what I did with that scene. I'd have seen in each one of these. Yeah. This is a cool little background. I had this going. It's a little bit squishy to get my OBS scene in there, though. Have you ever looked up here? It's so pretty. It always has been. It hasn't been changed, but... Yeah, so... It's basically the same, apart from... This has been made much more open, so you can poke out the high ground from further. I don't know, man. I always felt this point was fine. Oh, this is new. That is new. I think I kind of like this. This wasn't open enough before. Round here, nothing changed around there. I do like they made the colors of the point more obvious. Oh yeah, no notes. Yeah, absolutely amazing. Brawl slop. Everything's gonna be slop or something else to you guys. Slop something. Oh, wait, is that a it's open? Oh, there's no sign on it. If there was a sign on here, I'd definitely use this as my new OBS. Is that point bigger? Yeah, it used to be oval, right? Now it's a square. Yeah. Does the acid do damage? It wouldn't be good for competitive integrity, but it would be quite interesting. Oh. No, that's normal. There was a lot of dead space on this map, I guess. Don't you think, guys? There was quite a lot of dead space. There's cover on point now, too. The only real man team comp is double bubble. Yeah, I don't feel like this opening was... I guess the opening's been opened because the idea is to give you a clear path through the map into the area, right? So the idea is you open that up. I don't really mind that, but I guess when you're coming back from spawn, you're still going to use the side door anyway, so it hasn't really compromised anything. I guess I don't mind. Yeah, that's less unhelpful. But those arrows always there. They added those. Anything else to look at? I think that's basically it for Junkertown. This is all the same. Oh no, it is not all the same. It's not all the same at all. This cover's changed completely. Yeah, I'm not. I never was much of a fan of these bits, the big bits here. I never was much of a fan of these, so I'm kind of glad that they're gone. Or at least they could have simmered it down without destroying them, I guess. It's a lot easier to poke doorway from there, isn't it? Hey, Aaron. No, this is not normal stream time at 2:15 AM. It's a lot easier to poke. Before, you couldn't poke main from here at all, and now you can. There's a lot more defenders advantaged. It looks like it's not, but it really is a lot more defenders advantaged. This is pretty much the same. Why is... But shouldn't the sound be coming from the bomb and not the grenades near the bomb? They've learned so much about design over the years. There might be a few more OBS scenes here. Kind of sad that they didn't do anything to this bit. This bit was always a bit naff to me. Ooh, this has changed. Ooh, spawn's changed completely. So you now can go up the stairs and out. How am I meant to know if it's junk bomb or the map? Unplayable. Ah yes, this bit. Come out and spawn directly to point. That's a massive improvement to the flow of the map. I'm gonna be, oh my god Christ, what's happened down here? Ooh. I actually quite like this bit. I'm gonna be honest, this was a shitty area that was never really played in because it was completely zoned off. Yeah, I like this. This is good. It very much feels like you're below a stage, doesn't it? That's cool actually. Yeah, fair enough to you guys. Liz, a good job on this. We say brawling. Straight to point. Brawl slop. Brawl slop, brawl slop. Ram block, ram block. Did they change this at all? Yeah, they couldn't help themselves. You see, they couldn't help themselves at all. They had to change this to be more open. This trick's still the same. So. To be fair, not too bad. A little bit upset about a couple of them, but I don't think this was particularly necessary. I feel like this was the problem, this big bit here. This has always been really awkward in terms of your ability to defend, because it funnels them into always taking left side or right side first. Got above Junkrat's grenade size, because the chunks are bigger. Maybe make it bounce a couple more times, yeah. Does anyone else mishear the docks as something else every time? No, the dump? What is it? The ducks. I always hear it as the docks. I don't know if anyone else does. It really does feel like there's like bits of new map design in the midst of old stuff. This feels like a World of Warcraft edition, doesn't it? Don't you think? I should go to the map icon. The ducks. New point. The ducks. Goblin zone. Yeah, Junkertown's very goblin coded, isn't it? Actually, let's check the mirror of this. Yum. Nah, I was hoping there'd be a desk here for me. There's nothing here. Kind of like this this effect. At least they managed to route the audio effect on the car. Wait, is it? I think it's routed like there. Oh, is it up here? Oh no, it's up here. Bad Ralph's ability to hear things. Okay. I was like, I'll just pop on and do the patch notes real quick. Hour and a half later. This is not getting past the voting screen. Oh, I'll be loading the good one. Oh, I don't have high details on, but I'll be honest, I'm a complete sucker for this, and this is pretty, so fair enough to them. Do you know what this always reminds me of? Dark Souls 2, the Forest of the Fallen Giants, where the life gem merchant is. The overgrowth of roots reminds me of it. Don't know if anyone else gets that from it. Oh, look at this! Look at this! More roots. I fucking love roots. They're my shit. You have unfortunately missed the patch notes part, Hammond. Does the... I think I named the other elf something else. Might be the prettiest point of Overwatch now. Man, it's so pretty. The blue contrast with the red and the green. Oh my primary colors. Do you hear the theory about how the red, green, blue shouldn't be the primary colors? It should be like cyan, magenta, and something else. Can't remember what other one it was. Sorry, late night Realth streams go a bit wild on the topics front. Does it come up as the first person? Yeah, if you wanna tag the other person, I don't. Oh, that's. Is that better? Seems worse. It's pretty. That's not like it was in the picture, is it? Is it? I gave you that info while we played ranked. Wow. Maybe I listened to you for once. What? Excuse me, Blizzard. Where's my flag? Are my graphics settings not high enough? You know what? Fuck it. Restart is required? What, to be able to see flowers? No, it's not. Nah. No way. Oh my god. Okay. I'm committing. I'm committing. I want to see the pretties. I want to see the fucking flowers. Look at the flowers, Lizzie. Some level of megalophobia, so the massive roots and the huge cavern, unsettled me, and the view has stuck for me ever since finishing Dark Souls 1. Green versus yellow fan. Green yellow is a goated color scheme. Or we could go with the I'm 14 and this is deep, and go for the black and red color scheme. That's a good color scheme as well. I'm a sucker for black and red. When you blink into a vine on Tracer, you'll find this map ass too. Are they not just visual effects? Do they actually... You know, you can do like inverse kinematics and just like not have your character go up onto objects, right? Do you actually stand on them? I thought you wouldn't. The ones on the side, maybe. Okay, fair enough. But hopefully you don't go up on the ground once. Populating. What does that mean? No, 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 no. Put me in the spectator. Actually, I got to try the oh my god, I can feel the frames. 84 FPS, I can feel it. The fucking flowers, and they move, they move. Oh, they're rooted.
Zoom!
One sec. Who plays with the graphic settings this high? Too bad they didn't add low-res versions. Yeah. Man, it's so fucking... Oh, look at the flowers. Right. You're going for a fucking rat. I can't hold him. Okay. I'm just trying the foot collision on these vines. Nah, these are fine. These are fine. This one maybe. This one maybe. No, I think this is still the same ramp. This is effective. No, that's definitely a step. No? No, it's not. None of the floor collision is active. Oh, that floor collision is definitely active. Maybe it's active there, but I don't think that's too bad. This one. No, it's close enough to the ground that you get zip. So pretty. Yeah, it is so pretty. Damn. So many shadows. I fucking love shadows, man. But then again, Overwatch is just absolutely gorgeous at high graphics settings anyway. My full Rivals maps look like trash. It's genuinely incomparable, isn't it? And also they do set your PO on fire. You said there was an unbalanced point a couple of places, so I'm looking. I guess we're going around a bastion. I always love this point. I love how it like does a water feature when I love how it does a water feature when it caps. What else did they change on here? They really changed the interconnecting bits and not really anything else, didn't they? Ooh. Ooh, this is different. Is that better? Is that worse? I like the see-throughs. The see-throughs are good. I'm happy about the see-throughs, but this is the same. I have no idea what's going on with rival streamers. So much prettier. Oh god, it feels like you're not in a barren wasteland devoid of water. Where is Saravasa? Unplayable. There's no splish sploosh sounds as you walk around in it. It's in India. Okay, so it is meant to be a barren wasteland. No, India's not that arid. Sometimes I really love like parts of the map that nobody would ever go to. It's this corner over here, just like this corner just kind of exists, right? God, it's so pretty. The chokes on the right point are less choky. No, you're right. This used to be all the way down here. Now there's a route down here. I think that's actually improved the map. I think I'm happy with this rework. Like, I try and be pretty objective. This art should have been changed in some way. Maybe, probably just the lighting. They've really tried to make the lighting better. A janky bit of geometry. I kind of like that you have the peak around there, though. The Toronto map has a ton of hidden little areas. Maybe I should make a places that nobody stands in Overwatch video. Is this it? I guess this is a lot more. Go to the cliff. Okay. Corners of Dark Souls world. Basically, just talking about all the small crevices along across the world that are just consequences of other places existing and intersecting. Always find the small no one should go there places so fascinating. Ooh, look, we got a haze going on. Maybe that's a drop ship for the new character spawning in. There's tons of music that's specific to shops and stores on Toronto or Circuit. That's pretty. That's a Sombra rework. I think I can make out the Sombra. I'm gonna get it, guys. Don't worry. I'll prevent her coming to life. I'll go left. What, that down there? Oh. Oh. What are you? What are you? Little cave gremlin? What are you? Oh. There's a tunnel. Kobe. God, I'm good. Ooh. I love this. This is great. It's never going to really be practical, but still cool. Is Ralph sleep drunk? No, I'm just happy. Reload your gun, please. Just tell us it's hard to write. I feel like we've been at all the points at this point. Reed says you'll have to subscribe to Greed_EU on YouTube in order to get that information. Is that a oh, is that good? No, there's no particle effects. You can't really have a static screen with no particle effects. Maybe I should just do a stream of running around looking for this is quite pretty. I kind of like, I love that light. Let me join your custom. It's always been open. Join the CCP. Greed wants to ask RP with me? Oh, we haven't been to this point. Is that new? All this? Or is this just me never turning my graphics settings above 0? This is the same. So pretty. Unfortunately, the water's flowing from an invisible source. Look at that, man. Look at that as a view. God, I always remember being like entranced by Halo back in the day because it was just so pretty, having the blue and red LED lights that you could put down in Forge mode. Oh God, look at that! Look just how pretty that is. Have you listened to the movie playing on Hollywood in the theaters, Born? No, I haven't. Maybe this is what I should stake my YouTube career on. There's a bunch of cool little details on Atlas. Yeah, I feel like we should run around Atlas at some point. Just do late night map run arounds. Maybe that should be a new stream. Late night. Oh, hello. It's agreed. The blue tint is microplastics. Isn't everything microplastics at this point? Oh, he's going over there. You okay, little buddy? How you doing? Okay, buddy. It's okay. It's alright. He's getting a bit stressed. Bless him. Come here. You shot over here. He's getting stressed. He's such a cutie. Should be a bunch of stuff about Aqua and Atlas. That is the spawn of the point. What, you can see it from here? Did it not used to be visible? Oh, there was a box in the middle, wasn't there? Ah, the box blocking LOS. So there's only one way to get to point from that spawn. I don't know what he's on about. Does anyone know what he's on about? Which can be seen from that high ground over there. You have to peek this? You have to peek what? Which point do we have active? I don't like this point. But on the other side, you can avoid it. What? Oh, okay. Yeah, so he's just saying this point right here is no, I'm not getting invoice. I'm it's 2:30 at night. Agreed. You're not getting me on a late night date, honestly. What are you like? He's such a cutie. Okay. Let me explain? No. I'd rather insult you and then not give you a chance to explain. It's a Realth official. Calling me cutie to his face? I call people cutie to their faces all the time. Yes, one gets like, yeah, I think this attack into this point is a lot better than the other way. So that means there's a there's that side advantage. Is there an equal that side advantage on the other side? You can rotate all the way to the cliff. What? Instead of going through here, you can say, I'm on a fucking hike. Here we go, guys. We're on the road. I'm rotating. Okay. I'm here, guys. No? Is that what you're thinking? I don't think that's practical. I don't think that's quite practical. Blank fruit slop. Okay, but is this one equal? Like that? So if this is equal, that side should be favored, right? Like this should have been made easier. And this has been made easier. So what are you on about? Both of the sides of the map have been made slightly easier to rotate through. So it's even. It's just even on the 2 points. Both points favor the person that's on their closest side, right? I'm losing it. You didn't even see the door. By the way, anyone that's here and listening to me rambling, I appreciate you. You didn't even see the door. See the door. Oh, there's no high ground. Is that it? There's no high ground? No, the high ground's there. Rage baiting green is top tier. Okay, I'm coming. I'm coming. Sorry, I'm almost there. It's a bit of a gamble now. If one team gets both favor points, you're kind of fucked. Yeah. Go to the garden point just to make him start typing full caps in text chat. He's already doing it. I don't even have to. The other side doesn't have this map. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Go to that point over there. The other point. It does have a path like this. So this side avoids this high ground. Guys, I don't. No, it doesn't. So we're talking about avoiding high grounds, okay. Oh, I shouldn't have chosen Bastion for this exercise. There is no door. There is no door. What's in the box? What's in the box? What do you mean there's no door? What do you mean? There's not even high ground to avoid. We've got to avoid that high ground, I guess. You're in the wrong way. No, this is the point I'm comparing. He means on the side. I know he means on the same point, but like the middle is the middle. I mean, that one over. Okay, that one over there is balanced against that one over there, and this one here is balanced against this one here. We're gonna fight. Okay, right. There's no door. Okay, I'm here for you. I'm here for you, Greed. I'm here. You good? You got this? Okay. You can't avoid that high ground. But on this one, you can avoid a high ground. Look where the spawns are. Okay, this one. Oh. Okay. Come on. This point. Yep. I'm on the point. I don't know, man. It just seems fine, right? What size can I avoid the high ground? Yeah, but one's favored on the other side. It's even between that and that one over there, like fight and that and that. See the issue. I think he's crazy, man. I think he's going nuts. Don't think I've emoted someone in Overwatch and done this much RP for years, honestly. He's played too much Overwatch. He's cooked, man. I think he's cooked. Okay. This door? Yeah. I see the door. Okay. It's guys, this door. It's the door. Okay. I'm here. The door is the door. Yep. It goes all the way to spawn. Yeah. But if it cuts the rotate in half. Yeah, but if you look over there. Okay, so to be clear, this is a better this is better than the one on the other one, right? Like this is better than the one on the other side. You do avoid all angles. This is just the best way to go. As long as you can off angle it slightly, this is a big advantage. I do think this is more of an advantage than the equivalent on the far point. When this gets spammed to hell, yeah, I'm like, look at the angles onto this. I mean, you can just pull this, right? Please. The long hallway looks like death to me. I'm not taking that. Yeah, fly. Man, Overwatch is so pretty. I fucking love the candles, man. I love the candles. You can just give me particle effects and bloom. The side that gets this side will win a lot more, mark my words. Yeah, but like on over there, surely the side that gets that, I believe in you. Don't encourage it. Oh, this is different. Do you think this is going to be a new hero? Tejaz? Jazz. Oh no, I want that one. Guys, what's up with the sign about your voice lines getting turned off? That doesn't work, by the way. You're saying at this point over here? Oh, okay, there. I don't know what. That's the one you should be comparing against. Greed. You okay, man? it is unfair if you get one of these and you go 3 points, right? But if you get both of these, it evens out, I think. Voice lines getting turned off? Yeah, there's a message about voice lines. If you do... Maybe there's just no message about voice lines anymore. There's always the message that voice lines would get muted. Oh, I see it. He sees it. He sees it. The numbers, Mason. The numbers. Mission failed. We'll get him next time. Yeah, not quite. Oh man, that's so much better of a texture than. Oh my god, a rock comes out of it. Haven't played around with fully graphics Overwatch in ages. Almost to this 1 point. Oh, God's sake. Just listen to that. Do you know what this gives me vibes? This gives me oh, I told you I get the somber rework and I did it. This gives me vibes of this gives me vibes of what's the game? What's the game? The tile game where you have to solve like grid tiles. Oh, what's it called? They really could have worked on their textures there. What's the game called? Oh, I can't remember. But Temple. Temple Run. Thank you for first time chatting to say Temple Run. Donkey Kong? No, the puzzle game. Puzzle game. It's a puzzle game. One of the end puzzles is like watching a fucking movie. You guys are screwing with me. One of you knows what I'm talking about. No. It's like block squares. Right, stop. Just because I'm tired doesn't mean you can be silly and goofy to me. Witness? Yeah. And if you get 5 Realth coins. Okay? You can spend them on anything you want. They're worth nothing, but you can spend them on anything you want. They said they changed the math on points, at which point are locked, when maybe this talk is all for nothing. Maybe. I fucking love foliage. This might be one of my new favourite maps to just walk around. This point's pretty barren though. Still feels pretty bad. It feels like you walk through this tunnel and the world turns off. Right, let me just turn up. Listen to how loud it is over here. Good night, Dad. I'm gonna go to bed too. Walk through here. So much quieter. Okay. Good night, guys. This was a entertaining stream. Thank you for joining me for some late night hijinks. Appreciate you all. Have a nice evening. Good night. Free Realth points? You don't get any Realth points.